Have you ever been wronged by someone and felt an overwhelming desire to get even? The urge for revenge is a powerful and deeply ingrained human instinct that has been shaped by our evolutionary history. In this video, we'll explore the psychology of revenge, its short term and long term effects, and how we can break free from the cycle of retaliation. Retaliatory aggression, or revenge, is often a way for people to cope with the pain of rejection and insult. When we feel wronged, our natural instinct is to strike back, hoping to make the other person feel the same pain we experienced or worse. This desire for revenge is so strong that it can even provide a temporary mood boost. In a fascinating study, students were given the opportunity to stick pins in a voodoo doll representing a grader who had given them negative feedback on their work. The results showed that those who had the chance to retaliate experienced a greater mood boost compared to those who didn't. This highlights the immediate emotional gratification that revenge can provide. Evolutionary psychologists suggest that the inclination for vengeance is deeply ingrained in our DNA. In the absence of laws and formal justice systems, our ancestors relied on the threat of retaliation to maintain social harmony and address acts of unfairness. Incentives are powerful. In theory, an eye for an eye makes everyone blind, but in reality, it makes everyone act right because no one wants to lose their eyesight. While revenge may provide short term emotional relief, research suggests that it can have detrimental effects on our well being in the long run. In one study, participants played a game where they could cooperate or betray one another for financial gain. Those who were betrayed had the opportunity to retaliate. While they initially felt great after seeking revenge, they ultimately experienced lower overall mood compared to the start of the experiment. This finding highlights an important point. Dwelling on revenge can magnify the significance of the original offense in our minds, giving it more power over our emotions. This reminds me of an ad hoc definition of trauma I learned, where it's like you experience the event every time you think of it as if it had just occurred. Perhaps memory is the key to dealing with trauma and helping us forgive. For when we think about something intensely and reinforce the wrong done to us, it makes it difficult to let go. Now, this isn't therapy and this isn't a cure. This isn't a replacement for justice. The following is just the technique I've used to stop feeling so much anguish towards the people from my childhood who hurt me, and it continues to help me today. So, how can we break free from the destructive cycle of revenge? The key lies in recognizing that the universe is indifferent to our individual struggles. We are all insignificant specks in the grand scheme of things, and the bad things that happen to us are often not personal attacks, but rather the result of others pursuing their own self-interest. Here's a quick way to help you stop being held hostage by how you feel about something in the past that you can't do anything about. When someone wrongs us, it's important to remember that their actions are a reflection of their own issues and worth, and not targeted towards us as individuals. If it hadn't been us, it would have likely been someone else. This perspective shift can help us let go of anger and resentment that fuels the desire for revenge. Now, while the word forgiveness often requires extensive explanation to avoid being misinterpreted as a call for lawlessness, it is a powerful tool for moving past the pain of offense. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning wrongdoing or absolving someone of the consequences of their actions. Instead, it's a personal choice to release the emotional burden of anger and resentment. Research has shown that forgiveness can lead to improved mental and physical outcomes. A meta-analysis by Worthington and Scherer found that forgiveness interventions can significantly reduce anxiety, depression, and stress while increasing self-esteem and hope. Link in the description if you want to check that out. So the question is to forgive or seek revenge. The desire for revenge is a natural human instinct rooted in our evolutionary past. While it may provide temporary emotional relief, seeking revenge can ultimately prolong our suffering and keep us trapped in a cycle of negativity. By recognizing the indifference of the universe and the impersonal nature of most offenses, we can begin to let go of the anger and resentment that drive the desire for retaliation. Forgiveness, though often misunderstood, is a powerful tool for moving forward and healing. By choosing to release the emotional burden of past hurts, we open ourselves to greater peace, resilience, and well being. Remember, the path to true freedom lies not in revenge, but in courageous acts of courage and forgiveness.